This is Captain Kenny Kramer with Texas Fishing Tips. This is your weekly fishing report. Remember, this weekend's going to be Memorial Day weekend. There'll be a lot of boats on the water. So kind of go through your boat. Make sure you have all your safety equipment because the game wardens and Coast Guard will be out there. Make sure you have a life jacket for everybody, a good fire extinguisher, a whistle. Make sure to put your kill switch lanyard attached to you. They have been writing tickets for that. So just a few things you might want to double check on. Make sure it is good on your boat before you take off in the morning or the evening. Just kind of pay attention to everybody on the water because there's going to be a lot of people out there that may not have driven their boat in a while and might not be as familiar with getting around as you are. So sometimes the other boaters are the biggest obstacles to watch. But other than that, the trout fishing has been good. Been running back up all the way around here, working this whole shoreline down all the way down to my line's got a little wild there, but go all the way down past Trout Bayou. This whole shoreline all the way down here. Been using live shrimp and croaker. Croaker have been coming in the bait stands. They're looking good. Been free lining them. Sometime maybe a little pinch weight. 3-aught Kale hook on up to a 6-aught. Just throw them out there, work them a little bit. Give it 15 or so minutes. You're not getting nothing. Been anchoring down about 4 foot of water and throwing back towards the shoreline. So if you're not getting nothing, just kind of bounce. Just, it might not take a big bounce, maybe 15, 20 yards, 50 yards, and just keep on working down. There's going to be a lot of people along this whole shoreline here. You can also run back over here to the tip of Mud. This area right in here is good as well. There have been some bull sharks coming in back in here on Mud and over in Corpus Christi Bayou. So if you like to catch you a shark, just get you a big old cut stingray or something, big old cut mullet or something, and toss him out there, and you might hang you a big old shark. You can also come out here and work all the way down to this little oyster farm. Working all in here. It's good, some good trout in there as well. If you want some reds, you can always run back up in here around Mud. Work this whole shoreline back all the way up towards Blind Pass. Been using cut mullet with a Carolina rig, about a 1/2 ounce weight. The wind has been ripping this past week. We have some pretty days coming up. I think Sunday the wind's supposed to start getting back up for a couple of days, and then it's going to lay back down, but nothing like we've been fighting this past week. The water is gotten a little bit muddy, but the trout are still active. You can also work back up here on the Liddy Ann from Quarantine all the way back towards Port Aransas, working this whole little outside edge right here all the way back with popping cork and shrimp or live croaker, working really well. There depends on what kind of boat you have and how brave you are. Just make sure to watch your wave reports. You can come out here to the north in the South Jetty. There has been some bulls, some slots, all out here. There's a few Spanish mackerel starting to show up. You can work the rocks, free line shrimp right along those rocks on the outside, and some nice trout and reds all through there. If you can get out here, which I looked, and I don't know about this coming week, but this shoreline surf fishing's fixing to be on. You can run all the way back up this way towards the ranch house. You see some birds on the beach. Just pull in there and just like I say, 15, 20 minutes, not getting nothing, keep bouncing. But all the way back towards the ranch house will produce you some nice reds and trout. There also has been a nice school of reds back over here in East Flats, kind of right back up around in here. You can use cut mullet or some menhaden or shad, 3-aught Kale hook, 1/2 ounce weight on a Carolina rig, or you can actually even free line it out there. Works well. You can also run back over these little islands all back up in here, but you're going to definitely need a skinny water boat because it does get shallow back up in here. Just work your way through there. Also, if you're after some sharks and trout, all back here behind Hog Island, all the way back up in here, will produce. There has been some sharks, kind of coming through on top. You can see them. Just put you some bait out and wait for them, and hold on. You can also run back over here, come back into California Hole, drift this whole area. I've been saying it every week with popping cork and shrimp. There's some nice trout all through in here. Been some nice reds on the inside all the way back up to Trout Bayou. Been using cut mullet, Manhattan, 3-odd kill hook or a 6-odd circle hook with a Carolina rig and about a 1/2 ounce weight. You can also, if you have a deeper water boat, you can work the edges all the way down. There's been some nice trout on the edges all the way. Just you can just keep on coming all the way down to Portland, Ingleside area. You got a skinny water boat, you can jump back up in here, work your islands for some redfish, all the way back up to Sunray. Hit all these little islands back up in here. We'll produce you some nice reds and occasional black drum in there. You can also come back out and work the point of Ransom back up in here for some trout and the shoreline all the way down past Dagger, all the way down to the tip here. Something I included in my pictures on the front of the video is a picture of Towboat USA's phone number and Facebook. If you were to go to that, sign up. It's a very cheap insurance. I think it's $150 a year. You get stuck, run out of gas, break down, or whatever, they will come and get you. It's a very good peace of mind to have if you're out here. I think everybody should have it. But if you're over here in the Portland Ingleside area and you're fishing all along this shoreline right here, all the way down, well, actually both sides, but mainly this side here, and work your way all the way down to Portland shoreline. There's been some nice trout on croaker, free lining all through there. You get here to Portland shoreline, you can bounce, hit these docks, and just work from dock to dock. There is trout and occasional redfish all through here. There is going to be a couple of nice days this week, looking in the forecast, that I think you can get out here to the Corpus Christi wells and just bounce from well to well. You don't get nothing on one side of the well, you might switch to the other. Just keep on working from well to well. It's a nice little change of scenery out here, and there is some nice fish out here. Hope everybody has a good Memorial Day weekend. Thank you very much.